Good afternoon, students. This is our first language arts lesson. It has taken us some time to get here, but now we are here. And we're going to press the speed button and move as quickly as we can to where we want to be. Language arts. So, what is the language arts? We've been doing that subject since grade 1. We might be able to give some words, its nouns, its verbs. What is really the language arts? Let's take the terms apart. Art, language. Art is a way of communicating an idea, whether it be done through music, paint, sculpture, or dance. The goal of art is to communicate an idea. Now add the word language to that concept. The goal of the language arts is to be able to use language proficiently in order to communicate an idea. So, the goal of using the language arts, the goal of learning the language arts is to be able to communicate effectively in a proficient manner. There are really 6 strands or 6 parts to the language arts. Now, for us to be proficient in the language, we have to master or to reach close to mastery in all these 6 strands. These are listening, reading, speaking, writing, viewing, and representing. Those are the skills that we need to develop to be proficient in the language. In addition to those, standard English conventions, this relate to sentence structure, the use of the rules of grammar, the use of punctuation. Convention is just another way of saying something has to be done in a standard manner. For this class, since it's our language arts class and any other class within which we will interact, I would appreciate it if you use the standard form of the Jamaican English because we are really learning the language in order to be proficient so that we can communicate in an effective manner. The title of this unit is Jamaica's Road to Independence. That sounds like a social studies topic to me. Yeah, social studies. However, these will not be social studies lessons. These lessons will use the social studies content to develop the 6 skills we just communicate and to get the conventions of the spoken and the written language in a manner where we are able to effectively communicate ideas. There are a lot of rules to learn because grammar is a system of rules. So, the readings that we will do will help us to develop the skills of reading for meaning, reading a piece to be able to respond to the literature in a profound manner, to speak about what is read, to identify what a piece is saying. It's communicating an idea. So we need to know what the main idea of pieces are. Now we need to be able to look at what we read and be able to critically analyze the piece. When you read a piece, you become the audience. When the writer writes the piece, he or she writes to an audience. Now, the audience, the language chosen, will be at the level of the audience for whom it is written. Your textbooks are written for you. So you would not see language that is medical or in the business of law or in the business world rather. But you would see language of the social studies, the science, at the level at which you are able to read and understand and learn. So it is communicating to your audience. We will be looking at audience in reading, audience in for whom we are writing. As such, we will be doing some writing, we'll be doing some analyzing, we'll be looking at how we can effectively address our audience. We'll be listening for the main idea in pieces, and we might just be asked to identify the audience for whom such pieces are the language arts. Listening, reading, speaking, writing, viewing, and representing. We will be taking this ride to be proficient in communicating our ideas. Let us now look at the objectives for this week in becoming proficient in communicating our ideas. So, what will we be doing this week? Under the listening and speaking strand, we will be listening to an extract or to a few extracts to identify the main idea. At the end of the week, you should be able to listen to anything and determine exactly what the speaker is talking about, what the main idea of the piece is. Because of the number of pieces that I'll be posting, you'll be developing your skills in reading more fluently. You'll also be reading for meaning because we will be reading, you'll be responding to the literature, and we will be having various discussions on what we have read. Down to the grammar section, we will be looking at the noun. In particular, we'll be looking at abstract nouns. However, we'll be looking at all the rules for nouns. Abstract is somewhat not being able to touch, to see, or to handle. And as such, the abstract nouns are a little more difficult to work with. And as such, I ask that you enter with an open mind and that you come expecting to be able to use words in a more meaningful way. Language arts. The language arts is something that we have to really delve into, learn the rules that you will be given for all the areas of the language arts. You will have to learn those rules, practice them, and let me tell you, grammar indeed is a system of rules. So a lot of rules will have to be learned. Thank you, students.